Training week 17, week 15, the Gracie Barra 1 schedule. I also missed training week 16 and week 14 GB1, so I suppose this is all going to include that too. Welcome from beautiful Dumfries, Calaverick Castle. Those black and white cows are Belties. There's a type of Highland cow that are completely black with a big white belly. So yeah, lots of that in Dumfries as well. So I didn't do training week 16, week 14 Gracie Barra 1. I've been a bit mentally ill. I've been suffering a bit with that. It affects my physical health sometimes. I'll spare you the details. Let's say I had ballerina and vomiting. I've been really unwell physically. I've had to take time off work. I'm not doing too great, but I'm coming back. I'll be better. I know. I always know that this isn't real. How I feel and all that. It's always garbage, and particularly when it starts affecting my physical health as well. Like I don't have enough energy to do stuff and that. But that's not true. I do. It's just it takes so much energy to try and force yourself to do stuff. So I've been struggling a bit, but I missed a lesson this week. I only did Monday, so I've still been going. So I can still say training week 17, going into training week 18 tomorrow, and the Famalam are going to be up. I'm off to pick up Sophia today, so we're all going to go back there. That was something that's happened recently. We had Sophia, my daughter, up for a fortnight during the summer holidays, so she managed to come and see us train. That was pretty cool, and everybody was really cool. And we're going to take her along tomorrow again, so that's kind of exciting. I've been doing the GB3 classes. That's the only thing I was really gonna say, and I'll do a better one next week. The GB3 classes, so the 3 classes in one day. I need to sort my food out, my hydration out, especially because I've struggled on that a few times. We spoke about it, so I won't bore you with the details again, but same thing's happening. I'm getting so dehydrated because I'm sweating crazy amounts, and I'm not replacing the salts and all the rest of it, and the hands are losing grip and I'm losing positions and then eventually getting tapped out and stuff. So it's pissing me off a bit, but it's not like I need to worry about it, and my ego's still in a good enough place. It's only tapping out. Who cares? The fucking black belt would have tapped you out whether you were full kilter or not. Like a black belt, a brown belt, a purple belt, blue belts can do that to me, you know. So what the fuck, you know what I mean? You didn't lose the world title, did you? So we're all right. I'm still learning. I've got a good sense of myself in that, but it's physically demanding to the point that I don't think I'm quite there yet. So not just because I'm not feeling too great mentally, but it's not my road. Not just because I'm not feeling the best mentally just now, but I'm gonna sit out the GB3, I think, for a little while. We're moving on to training week 17 next week, which is week 15 Gracie Barra. So if I do week 15 and 16 of the schedule and then I'm back to week 1 of the Gracie Barra 1 schedule, I think that'd be more sensible place to start the GB3 classes again, if I've managed to get my health back, if I've managed to boost my health a bit and really start working on food and hydration and a better system for when I'm in Glasgow, so I can actually approach these lessons. My attitude's always the same. It's always from first thing in the morning until whatever time at night. I'm always, when I'm in there, I'm respectful. I'm all the things you'd expect me to be as a white belt in a Gracie Barra, but I want to also keep my physical ability, I guess. How much I'm capable of, I want to maintain that as well. So a lot of it is what I've been working on anyway, just breathing. Don't panic. Let them get into a position. And what I know a back mount escape. You know, I know how to do these chokes, so I know how they work now. So if I pull on your arm and manage to get my head out, or whatever the thing may be, you know, I've escaped some of these things before. Even a rear naked choke, I know where to grab and everything. There's at least a chance. So there's no point in panicking. Just chill out. Let them get to wherever they're getting to if they get something. But you know, mitigate what they're doing with your own little, you know, strategies and ploys and everything. And if you can think about it faster than them, then you'll win, because you'll be able to employ your game. So I'm just focusing on that, just having, right, think about it, breathe, take your time. What am I actually going to do? They're getting into neon belly. So where are they going to go from there? Okay, well then I've got time to mount this sort of thing. I'm going to end up in this. Okay, well I need to do an elbow escape or this or whatever. I can actually think through the steps. So I'm going to work on that a bit more. Try and do GB3, like I said, when it comes to the beginning of the week 1 again for GB1. Because then I've definitely gotten to a point where I've taken really good notes from that point. I've already noticed in week 17, of course, which is more than 16 weeks. But I started the GB1 schedule a little offset. 17 weeks, though, does mean that I've done enough now that I'm recognizing lessons, which is something I predicted. And I've recognized a few with little differences in techniques and stuff, or maybe they've shown you a different way to do it, but it's the same thing. It's just from a different position, like spider guard scissor sweep versus you know, a closed guard scissor sweep or something along those lines. Well, there's a foot and collar guard scissor sweep. Pretty much, it's the prof said it's part of the scissor sweep family, definitely, but it's a sort of different technique. And I was like, yeah, well, yeah, because you have to do a different thing. But it's very, very similar things, and it's gotten me thinking with my notes in that there's probably still a lot of stuff I haven't gotten, and there's going to be variations, you know, schedule to schedule. Every 16 weeks there might be slight variations on who's taking the class, little extra bits that they give you. So realistically, I'm happy enough now just focusing on fundamental things, you know what I mean? How good's my shrimp? I don't know. Well, why don't I fucking practice that a bunch? Practice getting into positions that I'm not exactly comfortable in. And again, I get caught sometimes with this stuff. Well, and, you know, I don't want to be having wars, because like I said, I'm trying to obviously maintain enough energy without fucking dialing it in either. That's a difficult thing, man. Because if I just go, oh, there's whatever white belt, they haven't done many classes, well, I could have an easy roll with them. Yeah, well, is it? I'm gonna have to teach them. They're gonna be going full fucking pelt. Okay, we'll go with someone you're evenly matched with. No, because then that's competitive as fuck. I'm gonna lose a lot of energy. Okay, or you can just be smashed in side control by a blue belt, or top end white belt, or even 3-stripe white belts like you are. And there's some pretty good guys, you know. I mean, I'm pretty fucking new to it, so there's not that many people that I'm confident enough that I'm like, hello, that I've done more than. But you know, it's going all right. I'm like I said, I'm coming back health-wise, mental health-wise, definitely health-wise. The ballerina's gone anyway. I've had a solid dance routine since then. I'm definitely feeling better because I can laugh, so I'll be back to work on Monday. I'll get better at this, and I promise you, I'm not gonna like try and fluff it up and like, oh, I've been on holiday and blah blah blah. No, I'll tell you exactly what it is. I've been fucking dreading doing one of these because I don't like putting anything about myself out so people can know about me in that way, because it's embarrassing and it's everything else and all of that. But you know what, it is what it fucking is, and I'll get better at this in time. And yeah, I am also, I'll end it like this, I'll end it on a positive, right? Check it out. It's now August the 27th, and I started training on April the 27th. It's exactly 4 months. Exactly 4 months today. So if you're following the 10-year, which I think would be sensible if I was to ever get black belt, it's going to take probably 10 years for me. I'm an older man. I'm going to be 40 very soon. I think it's not ridiculous to think it would take me till 49, 50 if I was to ever get the dizzy heights of fucking black belt. But if I did, I think it would be safe to say it should take me 10 years, which is, I am on my 4-month point now, which is when I should get my 3rd tape on my white belt. And I've had that for 2 months, so I'm halfway to getting the 4th. You know, on paper it takes 4 months to get your 4th tape. Again, I don't know, maybe I'm not doing something. I've asked the prof even, I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I really am a nerd. I didn't know I was a nerd until I started this, but I'm a fucking nerd, man. Like asking the prof for homework or something. But I said to him, like, what do I need to do if you're looking at me for anything up to blue belt, not just the next tape? Like, what do I need to do to finally get blue belt in this like 1 year window? And he said, just keep doing what you're doing. You know, like the effort and everything going in, but I guess it's a lot of assessment of like what techniques do I actually know, how much have I learned, you know, would I stand out as a blue belt in a bad way? Or yeah, that probably is a blue belt, you know what I mean? Like I don't quite know what it is it's going to take, and I didn't really want to know like what 5 checklists do I need to follow. Like, fuck all that, you know. I'll get it when I get it. I don't care. You could keep me as a fucking white belt. In fact, I'll take all the stripes off my white belt as well. Keep me as a white belt for 9.99% years, and then on the 10th year, like whenever the black belt would come, like I know I'm no longer a white belt, now I'm a black belt, I wouldn't give a fuck. It's not about like, it's definitely not about status or anything. I suppose it feels quite good to get those tapes and like have them on and all that. I'm, you know, I'm proud of it and everything, but it's not really about where I'm, you know, oh, I need to be here by then. But you know, the effort I'm putting in and everything, I'm trying to gauge that, and I'm trying to gauge how you know, like I said, like what do I need to do to get to blue belt? What should I be working on? So I'm working on fundamentals, I'm working on being better in the gym, being as helpful as I can, nice as I can, without thinking I'm fucking good enough to teach. I do take a lot of notes on the lessons, I know a lot about it, and if someone's like, what's that sweep where you grab the toe? Oh, that's this, and I could talk them through the steps. I'm not going to give them the breakdown how a fucking coach would or anything, but I could tell them basically, here, I've hit that sweep, I could show you how to do it, but not show them as in train them, teach them. No, just like we did that in class, you know. That's what the revision sessions are supposed to be too. So you know, I'm doing good basically. I'm fucking waffling now. See, I told you, I'm still not with it. I'm 4 months in, and I'm 2 months ahead of where I should be on paper if you're following the 10-year plan for a black belt, which I think would be a safe bet if I was to ever even remotely think I'm going to get a black belt in this. Then I'm 2 months ahead and 2 months on my way to the next promotion, hopefully. But again, if all of that goes through, it's maybe going to be slightly less than a year to blue belt, and you know, we start the new year, or at least the spring, around about then, spring, maybe Easter, around about then I'd be hitting blue belt, and then we're going to be going 6 months of time before a tape. But they've also just said they're not going to be doing it on tapes anymore. It'll be actual tests and stuff like that. So I don't know enough about that yet to start gobbing off, but it's a really exciting time, and I'm really glad with the progress I'm making. I'm sorry I haven't been on this and doing it properly, but I promise I have been eating right, and I'm still on week 17, pardon me, 16, and we'll be starting week 17 tomorrow, which is pretty fucking exciting. So no, 18. All right, whatever week. I'm still not with it, leave me alone.